The banner of motor racing supremacy passes from Italy to Germany. Mercedes and Auto Union dominate the scene and become the most powerful cars ever raced. Those who drive them are titans among men. The French Grand Prix at Montlhéry, and an Auto Union is in the lead. In the forlorn hope of slowing down the silver German cars, the French have put chicanes in the straights. However, the only serious competition to Germany comes from the red Italian cars that have been winning for so many past years. But the high-built Alfa Romeos already look old-fashioned alongside the new Mercedes. All these Grand Prix cars are restricted by a formula to a weight of 750 kilograms. But with brilliant engineering and design, the Germans have already reached 430 horsepower. Mercedes are 2 laps ahead of anyone else. The winner, the great German driver, Rudi Caracciola. The German Grand Prix on the Nürburgring seems a certain German victory. The cameramen dwell lovingly on the silver cars that are the pride of Hitler Germany. The latest Mercedes are capable of 180 miles an hour, and even the most experienced drivers cannot yet make full use of such power. The more unorthodox Auto Unions with their engines behind the driver are the most difficult to master. Faced with the cars of the future, the cameramen ignore a high-built Alfa Romeo until it wins, driven by the fabulous New Volare. This, however, is the rare stroke of genius. Mercedes have won all but 2 races, and the champion of Europe is Caracciola. In the Monaco Grand Prix, Caracciola starts alongside New Volare in a brand new Alfa. Mercedes have taken on Louis Chiron, and he's also up at the front. Caracciola and New Volare are soon way out on their own. Chiron is piled up on a patch of oil. The scrap between Caracciola and New Volare is motor racing at its best. Rain like this isn't everyone's cup of tea, but Caracciola laps it up, and when it rains harder, he's never challenged. New Volare is dropping back while the Auto Unions, now with 500 horsepower, are still difficult to handle. Caracciola crosses the line and shows that he is still rain master. This year it rains on the Nürburgring for the Eiffel Rennen. Caracciola and New Volare are out in front, but this time the Mercedes isn't getting away. The Mercedes are shorter this year, and on this fast circuit they don't handle well. Caracciola is out, and it is clear that Mercedes are on the way to defeat. New Volare leads, but an Auto Union has come right on his tail. At last, someone has really got the feel of these cars. It's young Bernd Rosemeyer, who used to race motorcycles. The remaining Mercedes drop back as the Eiffel mist gets thicker and thicker, and the extraordinary young man in the Auto Union makes history. Rosemeyer's epic drive earns him a place for all time among the titans. New Volare is second. From now on, Rosemeyer is famous as the master of the mist. At Monza, Germany is without Mercedes, who are busy modifying their cars. Only the Auto Union team are here to challenge the Alfas in the Italian Grand Prix. It takes all of Rosemeyer's brilliance to hold the lead over the latest Alfas in his C-type Auto Union, but his win makes him European champion. New Volare is again second, and takes one of the new Alphas to America for the Vanderbilt Cup. The little Italian has never driven before on anything quite like this cross between a road and a dirt track, but he sails through the field and shows the Americans a real Grand Prix car in action. It is depressing to see the title of the French Grand Prix given to a race for sports cars. The Bugattis look large and fat, although little changed at heart. At Le Mans, this British pit stop seems to lack that Grand Prix sense of urgency. The season starts with the Tripoli Grand Prix, one of the fastest races in the world. There's a new straight-eight Mercedes, the W125, taking bends at around 180 miles an hour. It is a dramatic debut for one of the great cars of history, and the first big win for a man who is to rank among the titans. Hermann Lang, an ex-racing mechanic, wins on a W125 Mercedes at an average of 134 miles an hour. A great driver has arrived. The Berlin Arvus, with its new banked turn, is even faster than Tripoli. Mercedes and Auto Union have both produced fantastically streamlined bodies, and the cars are reaching more than 200 on the straights. Lang wins another perfectly judged race. His average of over 162 is to make this the fastest race in the world for over 20 years. It's Dick Seaman in a Mercedes. He's in America for the Vanderbilt Cup. On the first lap, Seaman's close behind Nuvolari. On the second lap, he passes the great Italian driver and goes into the lead. But there are no certain wins for Mercedes when Rosemeyer's around. He snatches the lead on the 45th lap and holds it to the end. Most of the leading drivers aren't back in time for the Belgian Grand Prix, so the others have a turn. The winner is Rudolf Hasse, a newcomer to Auto Union. Mightn't you feel a bit tottery if you've just won your first Grand Prix? The German Grand Prix. Lang and Caracciola lead on the W125 Mercedes. Rosemeyer is now second. Two laps, and Rosemeyer is in the lead. 4 laps. Rosemeyer has a tire in shreds and the hubcap is broken. There's not a second to spare, and you lose several if you can't hold your car in tight on the carousel. Nuvolari has the Alfa in third place when a tire drops him back. Caracciola's driving is as perfect as ever, and this is the way to take the carousel. Von Brachic has to be content with second place. This is Caracciola's 5th German Grand Prix victory with a Mercedes. Caracciola, Von Brachic and Rosemeyer go off together at Monaco. Hasse finds the rear engine getting in front and slows down the traffic. Caracciola leads again with Von Brachic second. There's extra excitement when Von Brachic takes the lead after a pit stop. He's tired of being second, and in spite of team manager Neubauer, he isn't making it easy for Caracciola to get past. Caracciola just makes it, and then Von Brachic gets back again and stays there. For once, Von Brachic takes the center of the stage with Caracciola in the wings. Politically, Grand Prix racing is being exploited as never before. But it is the individuals who catch the public imagination. Who will ever forget Nuvolari fighting against impossible odds? There's Bernd Rosemeyer, winning the Copper at Cherbourg after hitting a post with a rear wheel. Alfred Neubauer, the best team manager in the world, keeping everything running smoothly. And the European champion for 1937, Rudi Caracciola, in his